The Dream of the Gods, an ancient Babylonian tale. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the world slow down. You've just entered a realm where stories drift like soft whispers in the night, guiding you into peaceful dreams. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the ancient city of Babylon. The grand temple of Marduk, its towering ziggurat etched against the twilight sky, stood as a beacon of divine wisdom. Within its sacred halls, the air was thick with the scent of incense, and the faint hum of whispered prayers lingered like a melody. Enlil, a young priest with eyes as deep as the night, knelt before the altar, his heart attuned to the mysteries of the gods. He often lingered long after the others had left, listening to the wind as it swept through the temple's open arches, carrying with it secrets only he seemed to hear. That evening, as the stars emerged, shimmering like droplets of liquid gold, Enlil found himself drawn to the temple steps. The cool stone pressed against his back as he lay down, his gaze fixed on the heavens. The rhythmic tolling of the temple bells lulled him into a deep slumber. In his dream, the world around him dissolved into a sea of swirling light. A voice, neither male nor female, ancient yet timeless, echoed in the void. The gods dream as mortals do, and within their dreams, destinies are woven. The words reverberated through his very soul, leaving him both awestruck and unsettled. Enlil awoke with a start, the temple bells still chiming softly in the distance. The night air was cool against his skin, but a strange warmth lingered within him, as though the dream had left an indelible mark. He rose to his feet, his eyes scanning the temple grounds. The moonlight bathed the stone pillars in an ethereal glow, and for a moment, he thought he saw shadows moving where none should be. A gentle breeze brushed past him, carrying with it the faintest whisper, a reminder of the celestial voice. As he stood there, the weight of the message pressed upon him. What did it mean for the gods to dream? And what destinies were being woven in their slumber? The questions swirled in his mind like the wind through the temple halls. Enlil knew one thing for certain: the gods had chosen him to uncover their secrets. With a deep breath, he stepped back into the temple, the flickering light of the sacred flame guiding his way. The journey had begun, and the whispers of Marduk would lead him forward. The moon hung low over the Euphrates, its reflection rippling like molten silver on the river's surface. Enlil stood at the water's edge, the cool night breeze tugging at his robes. The words from his dream still echoed in his mind, urging him forward. Beyond the city walls, the world felt vast and untamed, yet there was a strange comfort in the stillness of the night. He knelt by the riverbank, dipping his fingers into the cool water, and as he did, the world around him seemed to shift. Before his eyes, the Euphrates transformed. Its waters glowed with an otherworldly light, flowing upward into the sky like a river of liquid starlight. The air shimmered with a soft, melodic hum, as though the stars themselves were singing. Enlil's breath caught in his throat as he watched the river of silver light carry fragments of light, dreams, he realized, toward the heavens. Each glimmering thread seemed to pulse with life, weaving a tapestry of destinies unknown. An old fisherman sat nearby, his weathered hands resting on a wooden oar. His eyes, clouded with age, seemed to see far beyond the physical world. Only those who seek with an open heart may sail upon the river of dreams, he murmured, his voice barely above a whisper. Enlil turned to him, but the old man's gaze remained fixed on the celestial river, as though he, too, could see its ethereal glow. Enlil closed his eyes, letting the melody of the stars wash over him. The hum grew louder, enveloping him in its embrace, and soon, he felt himself drifting into another dream. This time, the gods themselves appeared before him, their forms shifting like smoke in the wind. They spoke not in words but in sensations, visions of time unraveling, of fates intertwined, of a great tapestry being woven by unseen hands. Enlil's heart raced as he tried to grasp their meaning, but the visions slipped through his fingers like sand. When he awoke, the river was once again just a river, its waters dark and still. The old fisherman was gone, leaving only the faint impression of his presence. Enlil rose to his feet, his mind alight with questions. The river of silver light was no mere vision, it was a gateway, a path to the dreams of the gods. And he, guided by their whispers, would find a way to sail upon it. With renewed determination, he turned his gaze to the horizon, where the first light of dawn began to break. The journey was far from over, and the secrets of the gods awaited. The path to Ishtar's garden was shrouded in mystery, known only to those who dared to seek it. Enlil wandered through dense forests and across barren plains, guided by an unseen force that tugged at his soul. When he finally arrived, the sight took his breath away. The garden was a sanctuary of light and life, hidden from the world by a veil of mist. The air was thick with the heady scent of jasmine and myrrh, and luminous fireflies drifted lazily among the trees, their glow casting an ethereal light over the lush foliage. At the heart of the garden stood an ancient tree, its gnarled roots twisting into the earth like the fingers of a sleeping giant. Its branches stretched toward the heavens, heavy with golden fruits that pulsed softly, as though alive. Enlil approached cautiously, his footsteps muffled by the thick carpet of moss beneath his feet. The tree seemed to hum with a quiet energy, and as he drew closer, he felt a deep sense of peace wash over him. He sat beneath the tree, its shade cool and comforting. The rhythmic pulsing of the golden fruits lulled him into a trance-like state, and soon, sleep claimed him once more. In his dream, the garden dissolved, replaced by a vast, timeless expanse. The gods moved like shadows in the distance, their hands shaping the fabric of reality as potters shape clay. Enlil watched in awe as they wove the threads of mortal lives, their movements deliberate and unhurried. A gentle voice, soft as a breeze, whispered in his ear, "All things are but dreams within dreams." The words resonated deep within him, stirring something ancient and forgotten. When he awoke, the garden was silent, the fireflies gone. The golden fruit that had rested beside him now crumbled to dust at his touch, as though it had never been real. Enlil stared at the remnants, his mind racing. The dream had felt more vivid, more tangible than any he had experienced before. Was this the truth the gods sought to reveal? That reality itself was but a dream, and dreams the truest reality? He rose to his feet, the weight of the revelation settling on his shoulders. The journey was far from over, and the mysteries of the gods grew deeper with each step. As he left the garden, the scent of jasmine lingered in the air, a reminder of the fleeting nature of all things. Enlil's heart burned with determination. He would uncover the secrets of the gods, no matter how far the path led him. For in their dreams, he now understood, lay the key to the destiny of all. the temple of Marduk loomed before Enlil, its towering ziggurat a familiar silhouette against the night sky. He had walked countless paths, crossed rivers of silver light, and wandered through gardens of dreams, yet it was here, in the heart of Babylon, that his journey had truly begun. The sacred chamber awaited him, its stone walls etched with the stories of gods and mortals. As he stepped inside, the air grew heavy with the weight of divine presence. The whispers of his journey, the river, the garden, the visions, echoed in his mind like a melody he could not forget. Enlil lay down on the cold stone floor, his body weary but his spirit alight. The flickering light of the sacred flame cast dancing shadows on the walls, and the faint scent of incense filled the air. Sleep came swiftly, wrapping him in its embrace. In his dream, the chamber dissolved, and he found himself standing before the gods. Their forms were vast and luminous, their eyes burning like stars. Marduk, towering above the rest, spoke in a voice that resonated like thunder. You have glimpsed the truth, Enlil. Now carry our dreams into the hearts of men. The words struck him like a bolt of lightning, filling him with both awe and purpose. The gods' dreams were not meant to remain hidden, they were meant to be shared, to guide and inspire. Enlil reached out, as if to touch the divine light, but the vision began to fade. The gods' forms dissolved into a sea of golden light, and he felt himself falling, until he awoke with a start. The first rays of dawn streamed through the temple's open arches, bathing the chamber in golden light. Enlil rose to his feet, his heart swelling with a newfound clarity. He stepped outside, where the city of Babylon was just beginning to stir. The Euphrates glistened in the distance, and the wind carried the faint scent of jasmine from the gardens. He smiled, for he now understood that the gods' dreams were not confined to temples or visions, they were alive in every sunrise, in every ripple of water, in every whisper of the wind. As he walked through the awakening city, Enlil felt the weight of his purpose settle on his shoulders. He would carry the dreams of the gods into the hearts of men, weaving their wisdom into the fabric of mortal lives. The journey had changed him, but it was only the beginning. For in every corner of Babylon, in every soul he touched, the gods' dreams would live on, eternal and unbroken.